Everyone. So we know that the vaccine is really popular, don't we? We know that everyone is so wanting to get that jab. It's so obvious, isn't it? You know, the mainstream news are reporting it. You know, everyone's so excited to get this poison inside their body out there. You know, so excited. You know, people are buzzing. So let's see what the British bullshit corporation 322 Skull and Bones has to say. Vaccine tourists head to the US to get their jabs. Let's see what it says.
The availability of COVID-19 vaccines varies widely from country to country. In recent months, the shortage in many parts of the world has sparked a rise in vaccine tourism, with many people...
Oh, right. So now a bunch of fucking idiots, aka vaccine tourists, are travelling to the United States just to get their jab. Because when I look around me, I just can't see it anymore. I can't see that being possibly true. I think that's a load of bollocks. But yeah, let's continue.
People heading to the United States to get jabbed. Our Taipei correspondent Cindy Su returned to her home country, the United States, to find out more.
These tourists from many countries have come to the United States to get vaccinated against COVID-19.
These fucking idiots from all over the world have come to the United States to get their poison.
Not just for Brazil or for the US, it's for the world.
Like, everybody wants the world to come back to the normal life.
Besides that,
Love, people have had their jabs and are still forced to quarantine and wear masks, you absolute fuckwit. People are still, people have had both jabs and are still getting the so-called fake bug. And they're still forced to quarantine. They still can't go to other countries. They can't fly on aeroplanes because of so-called blood clots. Have you looked at that, you fucking stupid cow? No. You're muzzled like a fucking dog, both of you. Probably paid actors, aren't you, you horrible little cunts?
Everybody wants the world to come back to the normal life.
Besides Latin America, many of the travelers have come from Asia, including this 84-year-old grandmother who just got off a flight from Vietnam.
So, an 84-year-old grandmother from Vietnam travelled to the United States just to get a vaccine. Really? Really? Is that true? Because it doesn't seem to me, that just seems like a load of shit. Oh, I'm locked up in my home in Vietnam due to all the tyrannical restrictions that are in Vietnam. I just want to get my life back to normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to book a ticket to go to the United States and I'm going to get my vaccine because and then after I've got that, I'm safe and protected and my life can go back to normal. What a load of shit.
Her granddaughter tells me, even at her age, she can't get vaccinated in her country.
I tell you, in my country, not enough vaccine. That's why not enough for everybody.
So there's not enough vaccines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to book a flight and go all the way to America just to get my poison.
Around 50% of US residents are fully vaccinated, but the rates are much lower elsewhere, including around 20% in South America.
These absolute fuckwits really do think, don't they, that once they get once they get stung, once they get stung and this injection inside them, that, everything's going to go back to how it was, and they're all protected and safe. Look at the fucking restrictions in our countries now. Look at Australia. Look at this country. Look at what they're saying now. Supposedly most people in England have had the jabs, but restrictions still in place. It's fucking ridiculous. All this is about trying to make it out like it's a popular thing.
10% in Asia, and just 1.5% in Africa. Just the San Francisco airport alone has vaccinated around 1,000 passengers arriving from over 50 countries since...
They look like ducks, don't they? They look like ducks with beaks when you look at these muzzles, these masks.
May, and the demand is growing. The shortage of vaccines and the slow vaccination rates in many places around the
You can
world.
tell it's just propaganda, can't you? You know, the shortage of this jab, really, the shortage, and you know, the demand for it. You know, there's a demand for it. Oh, you've got to get it because there's a shortage. You know, if you want everything to go back to normal. Why are they even pushing this in the West? We know the bollocks. We know we've been told already that that things are not going back to normal. You know, and the people that have had the jabs have still got to have the same restrictions that everyone else has. For now, until they're bringing this passport, which is they're bringing in.
Including Taiwan and other parts of Asia, have driven a trend in vaccine tourism. The US is making it.
Yeah, so there we go, guys. There's a new term. There's a new type of tourism. You've got all kinds of different tourism in this world, haven't you? You know, you've got winter tourism, summer tourism, beach tourism, city breaks, and now you've got the vaccine tourism. So yeah, guys, you know, the one country that's very good for vaccines is the United States. So, you know, if you want to go on holiday to the United States just to get your poison, well, there you go. You can do that right now because these idiots are doing that.
Easy by offering free vaccines to anyone in its territory without requiring.
And what kind of fucking voice is that? You know, who talks like that? They see these vaccines, you know, blah, 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 blah. They traveled all over the world, blah, 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 blah.
Residency.
We've got a surplus supply, and being able to make that available for others is really a good thing, and it really helps.
Right, we're just doing this production now, right? Can you just stand by this board that says stay healthy with 6 feet apart? Gotta get the 6 in there. Yeah, thank you, Doug Yackle. Doug Yackle. What kind of name's that, you prick? You know, what kind of mask are you wearing? Is that supposed to be a designer mask? Absolute wank, innit?
Everyone. It helps other countries to population faster. It helps reduce the barriers of internet.
Why has this got more likes than dislikes? What the fuck's going on here? What's going on here? YouTube messing with the likes and the dislikes ratio, I'm guessing.
Travel that currently exists, and so ultimately everybody wins when we offer a program like this.
Taiwanese people like Amber Joe, who prefers the 2-shot vaccines, have simply walked into U.S. pharmacies and filled out a consent form to get the jabs. She has spent $18,000 just on plane tickets and hotel lodging.
You fucking idiot! So you've spent $18,000 on a plane ticket? Yeah, go on.
A month, but she says it's worth it.
It's worth it, is it? What? It's worth getting this piece of shit in you? You know, what's it going to do down the line? What's it done to other people? Nothing. It's done fuck all to the people that have had it. It hasn't made things better. If anything, it's made things worse. You can still get, supposedly, they say that you can still get it, even if you've had the jab. So what's the fucking point in getting it? But no, it's worth it, innit? It's worth $18,000, according to BBC News. According to the British Bullshit Corporation, who protects people like Jimmy Savile. Look into Jimmy Savile if you don't know who he is. Thanks, guys.